I have a big dream of building a center or a city in East Tennessee, my hometown up in Gatlinburg, called Dollywood, USA. And this would be like a fantasy city, sort of like Disneyland, but a mountain Disneyland, like a Smoky Mountain fairyland.
In the heart of the Smoky Mountains, where dreams take root and families come together, Dollywood began its ascent. For 40 years, the blue-collar spirit has woven through the park, as magical as the flutter of a butterfly's wings, sparking a joy that shines like 1,000 stars. Pigeon Forge once stood as a stretch of rural farmland, its quiet fields untouched by the pulse of progress. But as Dolly Parton rose to stardom, the land itself underwent a profound change, setting the stage for a vibrant new chapter.
Started in the 50s, something called Rebel Railroad. They laid our railroad tracks then. They had a train show that was Civil War themed. From Rebel Railroad, you transition to a park called Gold Rush Junction. Gold Rush Junction was owned by Art Modell, the owner of previously the Cleveland Browns. He's a big train person, so he bought himself a railroad, and then he started to develop this property. The mid-1970s, Jack and Pete Hershend, who owned Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri, were looking for a place to expand. So they purchased the park from Art Modell, and they started what became Silver Dollar City, Tennessee. Pretty successful business, but this lady, Dolly Parton, who was from here, was pretty famous around that time period, and she was going to create jobs for that area.
As word of Dolly's plan to bring her namesake back to her roots spread, Pigeon Forge citizens and local businesses embraced her vision with open arms.
I think it's great that she did, something for her hometown. They're talking about it up in Gatlinburg, but I'm glad it's here.
If she builds a park the size of Opryland with another 1 million visitors in the area, it can do nothing but help, hopefully.
But to achieve her dream, Dolly would have to convince not only the Pigeon Forge City Council, but the owners of Silver Dollar City, the Hershend family.
The potential for tourism is one of the reasons that everybody's getting behind this opportunity. All that's really been accomplished at this point is that Dolly has expressed an interest to the Hershend family on locating her lifelong dream of Dollywood here at the site of Silver Dollar City. And of course we have agreed to that interest and are acceptable to it, and we'll be negotiating at this point.
With or without Dollywood, city officials say tourism is on the increase here in Pigeon Forge, and thus the need for public utility improvements is necessary. With Dollywood, though, they say those improvements would have to come much sooner than planned.
Thankfully, the city council was on board with Dolly's vision.
I think what we're looking at is just basically expanding what the city has already started. The impact will be tremendous. I think it's an added plus to our area, and we're sure looking forward to it.
Whether or not this amusement park becomes Dollywood really comes down to a meeting here at Silver Dollar City's Barnwood Theater tomorrow night. And while management team still may be in negotiation, as far as everyone else is concerned, they couldn't be more pleased or excited about the possibility of Dolly really coming home.
More than 2,000 people showed up in support of Sevier County's favorite songstress, and she did not disappoint.
See, that's the way it goes. It always gets back to politics, don't it? Well, since that's the way it is, my daddy needs his road widened.
After getting down to business, Dolly shared her plans for the park, promising visitors an authentic look into the soul of East Tennessee.
And one of the things that I wanted to do in a park like this was to preserve the Smoky Mountain heritage, for people to come here and see what we're really all about, rather than just have some Hollywood bunch of people portray Tennessee and mountain people in the ways that they often do.
The council embraced Dolly's vision, and within 4 days, she broke ground on the $5 million expansion that would soon bloom into Dollywood. From dawn till dusk, 6 days a week for 6 months straight, the transformation of Silver Dollar City was underway, each stroke of labor bringing Dollywood closer to its May 3, 1986 opening date. The new Riverfront Junction, a vibrant tribute to Dolly's roots, would be home to the Parton Backdoor Porch, a living, breathing replica of her childhood home built by her brother Bobby.
This house looks a lot like that old house. Yeah, it's still, the old house is still, people still live in it.
All of this memorabilia is going to be part of the Dolly Parton story, a tribute to her life. Many of the items have been kept in her basement up until now, including this coat of many colors, the subject of a #1 single for Dolly back in the 1970s.
Dollywood would be a true family affair, as her own aunt would perform at the new park.
It's a dream come true for Dolly, but she's made a lot of our dreams come true too, you know.
The park would also help a lot of other dreams come true, with an estimated 300 employees.
I think it's going to be a great year for Dollywood, but it's going to be the biggest year yet for Sevier County, the biggest year yet for the Smoky Mountains. Everybody's going to benefit from it. It's going to be a gusher.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Dollywood. I want to thank you, Governor, and thank you, Pigeon Forge, Sevier County, and thank you, God.
With the cutting of the ribbon, 1,986 balloons were released, signaling the fruition of Dolly's dream.
And I want you to know that Dollywood's aim is to make you feel as important on every visit as I feel today. I have dreamed for many years of getting to come back, bringing something back, so you folks will know that I'm as proud of you as you've always been of me.
And to make it official, the hometown girl gave the fans a proper Dolly Parton send-off.
They just use your mind and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you. That's a little high for me, gang.
Gates opened promptly at 8 a.m., and Dollywood welcomed its very first visitors. Fans rushed to attractions like Blazing Fury, the Dollywood Express, Smoky Mountain River Rampage, and the Big Log Flume.
The theme of Dollywood is family-oriented, and family and folks from all over the country came to visit. But today, as you can see by the crowd behind me, there's only one reason they came.
Dolly is one of my favorite country singers, and we just enjoy her. And we're glad that she invested in Dollywood.
She's wonderful. She really is. She's super. She's a wonderful person. She means everything that's good in America.
I think she's terrific. She's mine.
I love Dolly.
What do you love about her?
She's just a good old country girl.
She's so hometown. It's just, you know, one of us. She's such a hillbilly. We just love her.
Dolly's a very popular person, especially here at her own theme park, and she's hoping that revenues from this first year won't fall flat. But this is ridiculous.
It's an incredible mix of merchandise that we have, and we also try to provide our guests something that they can take home and be proud of at a reasonable price.
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you.
For Dolly, the opening of her park, the achievement of her dream, was a full-circle moment.
I think that I just had a lot of big dreams, and I just believed that I could do it, and I wanted to see the world outside the Smoky Mountains, although I loved the Smokies. And as time went on, I wanted to be able to do something to bring back to the Smokies and to be, just always a part of my people. I think Dollywood in general, one of the things that I'm most excited about in giving back is the fact that this is providing jobs for so many people up here, my family and friends, and this is going to mean more motels and more business for the restaurants and the shops, and not just here in Dollywood, but for Gatlinburg and Sevierville and all of Pigeon Forge.
In its first season, 1.34 million people visited Dollywood, more than doubling Silver Dollar City's previous season. Pigeon Forge saw a 46% increase in tax revenue and another 37% increase in lodging revenue. Dollywood was here to stay and already looking toward the future.
We're already meeting with her about things that we're going to build for 1987 and 1988, and so it's going to be an exciting project.
To mark Dollywood's first anniversary, the heart of downtown Sevierville came alive with the unveiling of its iconic Dolly statue, brought to life by the skilled artistry of Middleton, Tennessee's own Jim Gray.
This was a bigger than life Dolly. She's bigger than life anyway. She just loved it. She just loved it. I shall always consider you one of the angels in my life. Love Dolly Parton. And I do love Dolly Parton. She's a great great gal. What a tribute.
And once the gates opened for Dollywood's second year, guests were welcomed with a slice of birthday cake.
So far, everybody complimented it, so I imagine it must be good.
The third season saw the opening of the $3 million DP Celebrity Theater.
I just know that I had a dream, and I was not about to let anything or anybody slow me down.
Almost anyone, any age, can get a splash out of Dollywood, and if you're one of the unlucky ones, you might even get soaked.
With each passing season, new wonders bloomed in the park. Yet still, the heart of it remained Dolly.
And I've sold my horse to come up here and see her, and I've just been planning and saving, and now that I'm here, I'm just as excited as I can be.
What do you think about our theme park here?
Oh, I think it's the best thing in the world. It's my first time to be here. It's great. I love it. How you doing?
In 1990, as Dollywood celebrated its 5th season, the enchanting Smoky Mountain Christmas made its grand debut, becoming a cherished holiday tradition.
Come on up here, young fella. Sit down in the center.
Shopping is just a part of what we have to offer during the Christmas event because it's kind of like a Christmas package with entertainment and the crafts and shopping and rides. A lot of good food to eat.
Dollywood's aluminum anniversary brought the park all the way back to the rockin' 50s with the addition of Jukebox Junction.
I started my musical career in the 50s. I love the clothes of the 50s. Oh, I had some pedal pushers, and I got my poodle skirts for the shows. And I was trying to look the 50s, and I thought, well, I'll get my Marilyn Monroe wig, but I turned out looking more like Bill Monroe than Marilyn. But I can't believe, first of all, that we've been open for 10 whole years. It just seems like 3 years at the most since we was crawling out of a first birthday cake on our first anniversary.
Shake up.
The new attraction saw the opening of Red's Diner, Kaz Walker's Store, and Watson's Motors.
You know how you can tell a solid vehicle? You kick the tire.
You need a car?
How about a good old-fashioned drag race on the Rockin' Roadway? This 1955 Corvette replica will top out at speeds in excess of 8 miles an hour. Woohoo! Shake!
Smoky Mountain Christmas Fest. And welcome, special welcome, to our Dollywood Foundation directors who are here tonight for our big announcement.
The big announcement would be the start of Dolly's Imagination Library, an effort to educate the children of Sevierville. Those enrolled in the program would receive a book a month until they turned 5 years old.
I just took it on as a very personal thing, and it's really, we have a very high dropout rate in Tennessee, as you know, and especially in this part of the country, so it just meant a lot to me to be able to help.
When I was a little baby, I didn't know how to share. My favorite word was always mine, mine, mine.
Soon, Dolly's quest to educate the kids in her own hometown spread nationwide.
They call me the book lady, and I love that. And I said, I'd rather be called the book lady than anything. I truly believe that if a child can read, you can find your way through anything.
And in 2003, Imagination Library donated its 1 millionth book.
You better spell that. How do you spell Cana? C-A-N-A.
Well, not only a parent, but also an educator. I'm a third grade teacher back in Alabama, and for her to do something like this for children, it's very good. And like she has said, it will give a lot of children an opportunity to really strive and learn how to read and to be successful.
By the time she's grown, good Lord, maybe every child in all America, maybe in all the world, will get a book a month.
The following year, Imagination Library doubled its overall total of books distributed
Over the mountain.
as the program expanded.
Imagination Library began with this book, Dolly's favorite, The Little Engine That Could. About 29,000 books were given out that first year. This year, Dolly is planning to mail out 1.2 million books to these flagged areas across the country.
Dolly was certainly earning her new nickname, the Book Lady.
I used to think that she actually went to my house, opened the mailbox, and put the book in.
I don't think they knew until just recently that she was famous for a few other things than giving them books.
The 25th year of Dollywood marked the 25 millionth book distributed by Imagination Library. The 100 millionth was donated to the Library of Congress in 2018. And to date, Dolly's Imagination Library, it's donated 200 million books plus worldwide. And it all started with a little idea back in 1995.
In my heart, the reason I started was just for the folks here in my home county, because I wanted to pay honor to my dad, and many of my people and relatives here that couldn't read and write, didn't get a chance to go to school because they were brought up poor, big families, had to go to the fields and work rather than school. So my dad was so smart, and he was always, sorry that he didn't get the education that he wished he had. So when I started this, my dad was so proud, and it just took off, and people got to saying, wow, this is a wonderful little program.
In 1998, the old flooded mine was replaced by the new Daredevil Falls.
What can people expect? Is this ride going to last a while?
It lasts about 4 minutes and 15 seconds for the entire circuit.
That's long for a ride, isn't it?
That's quite a while for a ride. We have a design capacity of 1,200 an hour. We expect about 1,000 of that, which is typical on the ride. The number of special effects, pretty heavily themed. We're really proud of all the theming.
With the announcement of the Tennessee Tornado roller coaster in 1998, the Smokies beckoned those in search of exhilaration as the Thunder Express made way for a new thrill ride.
They have custom designed a coaster for us that will fit in the Smoky Mountains so that it'll be unlike any other one anywhere in the world. I think anytime that we can do something that will increase crowds to the market, then it benefits everybody.
Right now there are about 16 rides here at Dollywood. The $8 million Tennessee Tornado will replace the rides you see here. And for the millions of people that visit this park every year, a major roller coaster is something they've been waiting for.
Well, this roller coaster's been here for a long time, and we've ridden it a lot. And the thrill is not as much as it used to be. So I think that's neat, especially since they've closed down Opryland.
I think that's excellent.
Why so?
Because it'll be scary and fun.
With $8 million, it'll be good.
Dolly arrived for the opening of the 1999 season and ushered in the park's new staple. Although the ride time was less than 2 minutes, the half-mile Tennessee Tornado topped out at nearly 70 miles an hour. Dolly brought in the new millennium with a splash when she expanded with the new water park. There was a contest to pick the perfect name for that $20 million attraction, with the winner receiving a private party at the park and a canoe signed by Dolly. The winning name? Dolly's Splash Country.
3, 2, 1.
Splash Country opened in May of 2001 and won that year's Best New Water Park Award by the Water Park Association Symposium.
But you got dreams you'll never take away. I've been rushing all day.
2001 also brought another staple to the park, the Festival of Nations.
We hope it will be a fun time, not only for us, for the band, but especially for our listeners and for everybody in Dollywood.
The festival featured representatives from countries including Kenya, Ecuador, the Czech Republic, and Russia.
Wouldn't it be great if we could all just live like this all over the whole world, all time, and if that's all there was to it? It's not, of course, but it'd be nice. But who knows? This is a start. Well, hello, everybody. Can you hear us down there?
2004's opening day saw thousands lining Pigeon Forge Parkway, braving the cold and rain just to get a glimpse of Dolly.
I've loved her for years, and to see her in person made my dream come true.
Beyond the festivities of the parade, parkgoers had another thrill in mind: the grand opening of Dollywood's newest marvel, the Thunderhead coaster.
Welcome to all of you. We're very excited about our roller coaster. Of course, I had so much fun getting dressed. I'm far more excited about my outfit than I am this $7 million roller coaster.
That wooden coaster was constructed of 700,000 board feet of southern yellow pine and topped out at 55 miles an hour. But Dolly would not ride the new coaster.
I don't think so, because I kind of fall apart on these rides. First my wig, then my nails, yeah. God only knows what else.
We were able to get a sneak peek.
So Fred, how was it? That good, huh? Should I be a little nervous? Oh, any last minute instruction, any advice?
Hands up and have fun.
Oh, holding on tight. Just pull this back. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun.
What are you people doing here? They're fixing to start blasting. Y'all better duck.
2006 brought about the unveiling of another new coaster to the park, Mystery Mine.
You know that place that your mother always said don't go in? It's been abandoned and closed. It's collapsing. Well, we're going to go in there. And we're going to maneuver through the timbers. Things are going to feel like they're falling down on you. We're going to encounter some mysterious characters and special effects.
The new roller coaster was up and ready for the 2007 season.
I'm on my way. Get me out of this dungeon. Can you see my light? Is it on or off? It's off now? Is it on now? Well, anyway, I've been working in the dark. How you folks doing there? Is this going to mess up your camera? Almost there, almost there.
With such a spooky new ride, it had to open on an even spookier date.
Well, Friday the 13th. You picked a great day to open this big ride behind you.
You know what? It's so spooky looking, and it's just like one of those perfect, days to open a ride like this. Now, it's mysterious. It's the Mystery Mine.
Are you going to ride it?
No.
No.
At the time of its opening, Mystery Mine was Dollywood's single largest investment, coming in at $17.5 million. It had the steepest drop of any coaster in the country. Fans came from all over the world to be among the first to give it a spin, literally.
I've come over from London, England. I wanted to go on the ride and I wanted to meet Dolly.
All the way from Glasgow, Scotland, but that's nothing from what that experience just was there. I'd do it all over again, 10 times over. Fantastic.
She said, "Hello there, Spike." I said, "Hi, you're my hero."
She was amazed that I came so far from Glasgow and Scotland, and she was like, "We've just been there." And I said, "I've been to all your shows." And she's like, "Yeah, I remember your face in the poster you gave." And I thought, she remembers me. Dolly Parton knows Kelly.
Having just returned from an overseas tour, Dolly brought back a little Irish flair to the park that year.
We Irish love to dance. We Irish love to party whenever we get the chance.
She even surprised the Rhythm of the Dance Irish dance troupe by performing with them at the opening of that year's Festival of Nations.
We thought that we might get a glimpse of her if we were lucky when we got here, and then we were told that we'd be dancing with her to an Irish song that she wrote, so it was absolutely excellent. It was just great. Excellent.
I cannot believe that it's been 20 years, but it has been an amazing 20 years.
With each passing year, Dollywood stretched its wings even further. And in 2011, a new chapter began with the unveiling of a groundbreaking attraction that would be the first of its kind in the country.
So why did we want to have a ride called the Wild Eagle? Well, it's pretty natural, with the work that we do at Eagle Mountain Sanctuary there at Dollywood. And I saw the design of the ride, and I thought, well, this is perfect. It makes it look like you're flying. So now you can come and see the eagles, and you can actually get to fly like a wild eagle. But do I look like a pilot? I bought this at Frederick's of Dollywood.
2011 also brought about the arrival of the Barnstormer, a ride with ties to rural Appalachia, reminiscent of where Dolly grew up.
When you live so far back in the mountains, sometimes, especially back in the 20s and 30s, they used to fly around these farms, and they would land in the fields, and they would either take people up in their planes or they would set up some sort of an air circus show. And of course, people were famous for that. I don't recall a ton of that myself, but I know all about it, and we always heard about it too, and with that happening. So we've got this wonderful ride that kind of lets people feel like they're running around in one of those planes from the old days. So it's fun. That's why I'm kind of dressed like an aviator. I got my goggles and all that. But anyhow, it's going to be this is our new ride for this 26th season at Dollywood.
Wild Eagle opened for the 2012 season, the first wing coaster in the United States.
We're just here to have fun and ride the Wild Eagle.
Visitors came from all over the country to be among the first to experience that $20 million ride.
Day-and-a-half trip to get here, so it's about a 13-hour drive.
I drove around 500 miles, so it's about a 7-hour drive. We're coaster enthusiasts, so we travel all over the U.S., and this is one of the most anticipated coasters of the year.
Just one of the reasons that folks are driving long distances to be here on opening day is the uniqueness of Wild Eagle. The coaster has a 200-foot drop to start off and gives you the sensation of flying.
You're right on the wings of the coaster. You don't have anything below you. You don't have anything above you.
In my eyes, what makes this ride really different than anything else is that view of the Smokies that you get.
It is awesome and it's really fun.
So fun, in fact, that it kept park goers coming back for more.
I've ridden this 6 times.
I've ridden it 5 times now and plan on riding it much more times before tomorrow afternoon.
Wild Eagle, certainly being the first of its kind in the U.S., is going to be one of those things that I think is a game changer for us.
In 2013, a $15 million fiery family attraction was announced that would be located in the area that was once Adventure Mountain.
See those blue tracks? That's Wild Eagle. FireChaser Express is right next to it, but it will offer a different experience.
It does more than just create a ride experience. It's about creating an overall environment and to have a story to tell.
They notice that it's full of fireworks and it's perhaps dangerous, and they're starting to get a little worried. And then you see some explosions, and as it gets to Big Bertha, she starts sparking, and when she does, she falls over and starts smoking, and then the room fills up with smoke and you're blasted out of the room backwards.
All the props on the ride were made of metal or concrete so they wouldn't catch fire. And FireChaser used propane to control the intensity of the flames. The smoke was actually steam and liquid nitrogen, but the heat, it was all too real.
7 feet's as close as you can get to somebody with real flames. Another thing is you have to be less than 150 degrees on their forehead. So you could feel the heat, but it's not that hot.
The FireChaser Express opened for the 2014 season, and of course, Dolly was there to kick off the festivities.
This FireChaser Express is certainly unique because you can see how twisty it is. What makes it special is that the fire bell rings and kids and their parents are launched forward out of this station, and of course about halfway through the ride they're then launched backwards. That sounds scary to me. The other thing that's really special about this ride is that it honors heroes. Because when we started talking about a theme for the ride, someone had the big idea that we could honor firefighters every day, which I think that's a great idea.
So we're up on the platform for the debut of the FireChaser. Now this is billed as a family ride, so I will not be going by myself. I'll be joined by my boy, Omar. We're gonna knock this out. How fast is this thing?
It's like 34 miles. That's almost as fast as a speedboat or zebra.
Zebra.
Oh, sweet. We got front row seats.
Are you scared?
Not really.
Omar, if you get really scared, just scream really loud, okay? Whoa.
Yeah! Oh, it is totally and completely awesome.
It's very exciting and thrilling.
I thought it was a really fun coaster. I've been on a lot of different coasters, a lot of different theme parks, but this one is unique.
In 2013, Pigeon Forge announced the addition of another Dolly destination, the DreamMore Resort.
This is one of the biggest announcements we've ever made. I've been trying to build a hotel or a resort ever since we started Dollywood. And this one's going to open, believe it or not, on our 30th anniversary.
And I love the name.
I do too, because that's one of the, when we have the Dream More, Learn More, Care More, and Be More, that's our steps in the Imagination Library. And then I had a book out couple of years ago called DreamMore. And when we were putting this together, we thought, what are we going to call this? Of course, you know, you had the Biltmore, and there's a couple of other. I thought, well, DreamMore, that sounds great. And everybody thought, well, that's a wonderful idea.
Miss Dolly Parton.
Well, listen to that. How are you? Thank you, Craig. And hello, everybody.
A special ceremony blessed the site of the new resort that would sit on 60 acres with 300 rooms and plenty of front porch space for rocking chairs to enjoy the view of the Smoky Mountains.
And the front porch was Dolly's first stage, and that's where she learned to sing, and she was singing to the chickens. So for us, it's about family connections and offering families an opportunity to make their own memories on our front porch.
One of the things I'm proudest of is we're going to have reunion suites where all the doors open in between, so you can bring your whole family and everybody can just run back and forth into your room, or you can slam it in their face if you want to.
I think that it's amazing that she's doing that, she's just, for the families, she's thinking of others.
I like her family values. I think this is really good.
Dolly also announced 4 items would be put into a time capsule called the Dream Box. Inside would be a copy of her DreamMore book, a piece of wood from her childhood front porch, a sealed mystery box, and a song written by Dolly. The Dream Box is set to be opened on DreamMore's 30th anniversary in 2045.
I'm going to be around. I'll only be 98, Jimmy.
Well, Dolly Parton told 10 News last year that she has been dreaming about the DreamMore Resort since Dollywood opened 30 years ago. Today, that dream is closer to becoming a reality.
Crank that crane!
More than 2,000 people would come together to construct the 230,000 square foot resort, with another 250 on staff to keep it up and running.
Lord, I feel just like Oprah right now.
In 2015, Dollywood opened for its monumental 30th season, and soon thereafter,
welcome to Dollywood's DreamMore Resort.
So did DreamMore.
DreamMore Resort is just another vision of Dolly Parton's that's finally coming true, and it's packed with 2 pools, a restaurant, fire pits, and even a spa.
Pete, this place is nice.
It is. I mean, lots of surprises around every corner. An amphitheater that's outside that we'll be doing some storytelling. Every night we'll be doing bedtime stories in our main lobby. A 3-meal-a-day restaurant that is going to be spectacular.
I task you to try to find a place here that you can't relax, because it's very relaxing. DreamMore, fitting to the name, guys, you want to come out here and check it out.
Dollywood's 30th anniversary also brought the announcement of the world's first wooden launch roller coaster, the Lightning Rod.
I couldn't get my microphone on. I was sitting with that cute guy in that car, and I just lost all track of time.
The $22 million ride would also be the fastest wooden coaster in the world, topping out at a speed of 73 miles an hour.
It's news that people from around the state have been waiting for. Here at Dollywood in East Tennessee, you can see they're going to have the world's fastest wooden roller coaster, and it's a very big roller coaster. You can see this big chunk of land here behind me with most of nature left intact.
It's got that great simulation like a hot rod. It takes off to 20 stories tall and then breaks the speed as it's making its way down the hill.
The 50s-inspired attraction was set to open the following season.
There are so many unique features to this ride and to the trains themselves that it's something that we're really excited about, the industry is really excited about, but most importantly, our guests are really excited about. This is something that they've been waiting for, and we're excited to bring to them.
Due to a delay, the Lightning Rod wasn't a go on opening day.
It's just taking us a little longer than what we had hoped. And so tomorrow we still have press, even though we're not open. I think I'm probably going to tell them. And this was the one I was going to ride. You know, I never ride it.
Wink, wink. Yeah.
Yeah.
The delay only added to the anticipation, especially for 7-year-old Josie Mosley.
I'm so excited.
I know you're excited. She's a little junkie of roller coasters. She's been dying to ride this roller coaster. She's been watched it being built last year, and that's all she keeps saying is, am I tall enough? Am I tall enough?
Thankfully, Josie was tall enough.
Who's ready to ride a roller coaster?
It's going to be awesome.
She is fearless. She is absolutely fearless.
So we wanted to see what was all the hype about. So they let us take a ride on the Lightning Rod.
I'm very nervous. You've been on 300 roller coasters.
Pretty close.
How does this compare?
It's a completely different kind of ride.
Clear, flip,
Here you go.
I told you I was a screamer, right?
It was fun.
Woo, that was fun.
November 23, 2016, a catastrophic fire raged in the Great Smoky Mountains. 5 days later, it reached Gatlinburg, destroying thousands of structures and forcing residents to flee. By the time the flames were quelled, 14 were dead. Dolly, seeing the ruin in her beloved hometown, stepped in to assist the victims of the tragedy.
Now, I've always believed that charity begins at home, and that's why I've asked my Dollywood companies, including the Dollywood Theme Park, the DreamMore Resort, my dinner theater attractions, including Dixie Stampede and Lumberjack Adventure, plus my Dollywood Foundation, to help me establish a My People's Fund. Now, we want to provide a hand up to all those families that have lost everything in the fires, and to recover, we want to make sure that the Dollywood Foundation provides $1,000 a month to all those families that have lost their homes in the fires until they get back up on their feet.
The My People Fund helped out more than 900 families impacted by the fires.
It'll be able to replace all the things we've lost and much more. I can't tell Dolly enough, thank you for everything that you've done for us, because this means the world.
Dolly even gathered a who's who in country music for the Smoky Mountain Rise Telethon in an effort to raise money for the My People Fund.
Everybody goes to the mountains, their children, those hiking trails. The Great Smoky Mountains National Park is the most visited national park in the United States. So it ain't just about it being my home. This is one of the greatest tourist areas in all of Tennessee, or in the South, I think, or in the world, as far as I'm concerned.
That telethon raised $9 million.
Smoky Mountain memories keep me strong.
What it showed to us is that people around the world care about our people and want to see everybody impacted by the fire up on their feet as soon as possible and hopefully to return to normalcy.
Well, this is a day that a lot of people have been waiting for. Dolly Parton's My People Fund. They're distributing checks to people in need, people who lost their homes, people who lost everything.
I mean, it's gonna help me get back on my feet, and lots of other people are a lot worse off than me, and so help them too.
We signed up, and we're just grateful to have all the help. It's not just Dolly, but the entire Smoky Mountains people.
Dollywood is expanding in a big way, the biggest addition since the park opened more than 30 years ago.
Wildwood Grove would be a 6-acre, $37 million expansion, and would give park goers a look into Dolly's childhood imagination.
Kids and their parents now can explore and play and imagine together.
The site would add 11 new attractions, like the Dragon Flyer and Black Bear Trail, designed for the entire family.
Our guests were telling us they were looking for more things to do together.
Detail, that's one of the main themes here at Dollywood. This is a brand new part of the park. It's going to be called Wildwood Grove, and the designers are so excited to give families a new experience.
So the land is a complement to the needs of the guests. What we tried to do is create this feeling, and so it was intentional. Everything was intentional.
The heart of the new attraction would be the Wildwood Grove tree. It would stand nearly 50 feet tall with a canopy stretching over the park.
It was really looked at through that prism of the Great Smoky Mountains.
Wildwood Grove opened on May 11th, 2019.
It's daytime right now, but once night falls, this is where the party starts in Wildwood Grove at Dollywood.
2 dance parties and fireworks were only the pre-show to Wildwood Grove's newest extravaganza. 200 to 400 drones put on a pre-planned performance with different designs set to music.
The way the drones make these pictures look, they're 3D in the sky, they work along with the music. It's just something you really do need to come see it to understand exactly what it is.
That wasn't all for Wildwood Grove. In 2022, the Big Bear Mountain roller coaster was announced for expansion.
The new ride will come to this part of the park, Wildwood Grove. They're gonna build it right up there above these cute bears. That new ride will open in spring of 2023. Until then, we'll ride this!
The new coaster opened to the public, but once again, Dolly was just a bit hesitant to give it a spin.
I think I'd lose my hair. I think I'd lose my nerve before I even got on it. But we are excited about it, though. This is really a wonderful thing.
But of course, we just had to try it out for ourselves.
Hey, I'm here on Big Bear Mountain, Dollywood's newest roller coaster. So excited to be able to get a look at how everything works and maybe catch that elusive big bear.
We'll look for him. I don't know if we'll find him, but if we don't, then that just means we have to go again.
We have to go again and again and again. I'm here with Wes Ramey with Dollywood. We're about to have a lot of fun. Let's go for it.
You ready?
Okay, I don't know if I'm ready, Wes.
3 launches, but guess what? The first one happens right here. So,
right here?
Like here in just a second.
Right now!
Thank you and welcome to our new Heart Song Lodge.
Just 6 years after DreamMore opened, Dolly announced yet another resort bearing her name, the Dollywood Heart Song Lodge and Resort, due to open in 2023.
This is Heart Song Lodge and Resort, and it's the second hotel that Dolly's opened near her park, and it's set up a little bit different than her other one, DreamMore. That one is very much Dolly inspired. This one, Heart Song, is more about what inspires Dolly.
My Smoky Mountain home, Heart Song.
The 302-room lodge was made to feel like you were in the Smoky Mountains and was the first part of a 10-year, $500 million investment campaign by Dollywood.
And if Dolly wants to come back, what a great reason to come and visit.
But I'm just, like I mentioned before, proud to be a Tennessee girl, certainly an East Tennessee girl, and being part of the Smoky Mountains. I'm the only person that ever left the Smoky Mountains and took them with her. That's one of my old boob jokes, yeah. 2024 is really right around the corner. And do you want to hear a little secret? You know, I can give you a sneak peek on what we're going to expect in 2024 in the Chasing Rainbows area. Yeah, I know where our museum used to be. We got something really good. You want to take a look at that? Okay, I'll be right back.
Coming to Dollywood in 2024, it's the expansive new Dolly Parton experience.
We're going to have a brand new Dolly Parton experience in that area of the park with a lot of interactive exhibits and just a lot of great storytelling for Dolly. It's something that we're very proud to be able to add, and as she mentioned, it will open in 2024. So there's always something coming along at Dollywood.
The really big difference that we wanted to do in the new Songteller Museum experience is to liven it up exactly like Dolly Parton is, because there's nothing static about her. And I know that the multi-digital experience that'll be in the Songteller experience will blow people away. It's really going to immerse them in the Dolly Parton life story.
Well, it's amazing. I look at it and think, woo, when did I have the time to do all that? You know, when you're living your life, it's different than just looking back at it. You realize how old you are.
Yesterday, when I got a chance to see it, I wasn't expecting all the emotion. And I had a bunch of people around, and they started showing all the footage, and especially when my mom and dad and my family started talking, I just broke down. I said, I got to get out of here. I got to come back when there's nobody around. So hopefully you will be moved by it. It does tell a lot of great stories.
As soon as you step inside of the brand new Dolly Parton experience, you are met with sequins, shiny new exhibits, and of course, big hair. This whole new experience, we're in the Songteller side of things, but there's also the behind the scenes side of things where you can see all of her costumes, wigs, things like that. There's also a new fan shop, and all of these are interactive. It's a living museum, living exhibits, so they're able to be updated over time, and it's a way that we can really experience Dolly's life laid out all right in front of us and celebrate the woman and East Tennessee icon that she truly is.
Throughout its 40 years, Dollywood has transformed. But one constant is the variety of food the park has to offer. None more beloved than Dollywood's famous cinnamon bread.
First of all, do not make fun of my apron. This is a standard issue here. But at Dollywood, let me tell you something. Everyone knows about their rides, but the food is amazing. And we're gonna learn to make some of their cinnamon bread, right?
Cinnamon bread,
Cinnamon bread. Debbie is gonna show me how to make this stuff. And if you haven't had that, you are seriously missing out. Okay, so what do we need to do first?
We need to cut our bread, cut down into it.
Now, are you cutting all the way into it or
Nope.
just kind of a little bit?
Just a little bit. We want to mix our cinnamon sugar together.
Mm-hmm.
This is 2 cups of sugar. We put it in here.
You're using all of that.
We're using all of that.
Ooh, baby.
And this is a tablespoon and a half of cinnamon.
That's the good stuff.
This is the fun part. You get to play in it.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, you want to play in there?
Yep.
It's like sand.
Oh, look at this.
Mix it really good.
Yep.
Yeah, you want to mix it all so your sugar's gone.
Okay.
Okay.
What do I do with these?
Hold them.
Lick them?
No. We
Okay.
take our bread
Okay.
that's cut and we want to dip it into the butter.
Oh, man.
And then rub it on there. Make sure you get that butter covered in there.
That looks really good.
And then we put it in the cinnamon sugar. And when I said we put that cinnamon sugar down,
You are really getting it in there.
yeah. We
Yeah.
want it in every bite. We want everybody to taste every bite
Yeah.
of cinnamon. We put it on that piece of paper and into that pan. And then we bake it 32 minutes in the oven.
32 minutes in the oven and then just super happy customers after that, right?
Super happy. They love it.
We are live at Dollywood here in Sevier County, getting ready and getting excited for the 40th season of this amusement park. All you need to know about this upcoming season and maybe even a surprise visit from Dolly herself coming up. Good morning, ladies. I'm so excited to be here this morning.
I think officially you're the first guest of the season, so hey, you know, congratulations.
I'm gonna walk out of here with probably a million stuffed toys. This bear next, I think we should name him, I don't know, let's see, maybe after Wes.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome.
The 40th anniversary has brought a lot of extra folks out this morning. We had more cars than I have ever seen out at the gate waiting to get in, even at 5 a.m. this morning. So it definitely does feel like a bigger crowd today, and I do think the excitement of the 40th anniversary and Dolly being here, all that combines together to get what we have now.
Well, this is my 40th year coming here. My parents brought me here. I was 9 years old when the park opened, and we came here on family vacation, and it was always a positive memory. And the park, even the employees feel like family when you've been coming for so long. You see the same people over and over. And when I became a mom myself, I decided this was a safe, fun place to bring my kids to make some more memories as well. And it has lived up to that. And now she's already talking about when she's older, she's going to bring her kids here and continue that tradition.
Happy to welcome you to Dollywood!
All the work we put in during the off season is for opening day and for our guests. So to see them that excited just to come running up and be ready to go through the gates, that's why we do what we do.
Thank you. Hi. Welcome to Dollywood again. 40 years of it. Can you believe that it's been 40 years? Wow.